Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Happy Thanksgiving. So I noticed that the background was upside down today. My stuffing's about to fall out of the bowl. My turkey's gonna fall right on my head. I left it like that because I know some of you are about to cook for a bunch of people. A bunch of people are coming over for Thanksgiving. If things aren't perfect, don't worry about it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's fine if it's not perfect today. Oh, but you're going to ruin their Thanksgiving. They're coming to your house for free food. They're ruining your Thanksgiving. You had to cook all this for them. So they are literally ruining your Thanksgiving. So if it's not perfect, if you serve the turkey upside down, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. So I don't have a Thanksgiving clip, but I do have the church's chicken, like I said yesterday. So we're gonna do the clip from, I don't know how long ago it is anymore. A year ago with Church's Chicken. We're gonna do the whole live stream. It was only an hour long. There goes my hand. It's disappearing into the yams. We'll get to the Church's Chicken, don't worry. It's fantastic. But we're going to get to other stuff too. So, here we go.
Upon Mr. Torres's acceptance and completion of DUI court. And if that's not possible, alternatively, if the court would consider breaking up the 60 days, Mr. Torres owns his own business, and the 60 days in jail, even the 2-for-1 30 days that he may be eligible from the sheriff, would be a hardship on his business. And I'll let him kind of speak to the business side of things. But I wanted to update the court. We did apply for DUI court. When Mr. Torres came to me about seeing what options were available with the jail time, I told him about DUI court. He hadn't heard about that, but was very interested in it. We went ahead and had him fill out an application that day. Unfortunately, DUI court is full. In speaking with the program, my understanding is that the first available court date is the first available opportunity to screen him is going to be in January after this. And realistically, it's going to be probably towards the end of January, 1st of February before he could get accepted where he starts DUI court, which of course would be long after the court's order to go ahead and turn himself in. If the court would consider holding off on that to allow him to do that, that's what we're asking for primarily. And just so that Your Honor knows, he's completed his substance abuse evaluation. He went ahead and did that at the Price Counseling Center. Ultimately, they are recommending ASAM level 1 long-term treatment with 51 hours. He's started that treatment classes, so he does need treatment. I think DUI court would be a good alternative for him. But if the wait time to get into DUI court isn't going to work out for the court, alternatively, we'd ask if you'd be considering breaking up the 60 days. Possibly if you'd let him do a week at a time so that he could be out answering phone calls and running his business, he can kind of make arrangements for about a week. And I'll let him kind of explain his business side of it.
I'll certainly hear from him.
Mr. Torres, would you raise your right hand?
But you need to hear this though, because we do hundreds and hundreds of cases, and if it's one I remember, it's usually not good. And in this particular case, I recall asking the defendant what he hit, and he told me that he'd hit a telephone pole and omitted hitting a car and a mailbox. And at the time, I was inclined to give him 120 days up front. His attorney convinced me to do something different. I mean, I really kind of felt bad about not doing my initial thought. I thought what I should do was 120 to start with, but he talked me into 60 up front and sending the rest of it down the road, and maybe giving him an opportunity to be completely perfect on his probation and not have to do that last portion of it. So, yeah, I tell you that to tell you that initially my thought was to give him a lot more than I did give him. And again, his attorney advocated pretty forcefully for him and convinced me to do something other than I was inclined to. But go ahead, Mr. Torres, tell me what you want to.
Judge Morris, well, I own a small business in construction. You know, I answer calls all day. That's how I get my leads, and 41. This is just to stay in business. Maybe weekends, anything that would just keep me working and just keep going on. I'm the only provider at the house. My wife had to leave her job to drive me around. I don't have a driver license at the moment, and that's the only way we sustain ourselves.
And what kind of business do you have, Mr. Torres?
We do sheetrock and paint.
And you said you have 15 employees?
Yes, sir.
If you would, you went ahead and got the substance abuse evaluation. What else have you done since you've been on probation?
I got my evaluation. I already finished the risk reduction and I graduated. I did the victim panel, MAD. I went to DUI court. So I completed everything that I was asked for. Next in my list is the community service, which I am starting after Christmas. And I found a place that's close to my house.
You haven't started that yet?
I have not started that yet.
Weren't you supposed to do that at 8 hours a week?
That is correct.
Huh. Okay, go ahead.
So I found a place close to where I live, and starting that passing this Christmas. And I already started my classes for the ASAM level 1, and I've done 3 classes, and I'm continuing to do them to follow up.
And Mr. Torres, you have applied for DUI court?
Yes, I did.
So you're asking to suspend the jail time on being able to go into DUI court?
That is correct. And I'm asking and pleading to please allow me to do that.
And in the alternative, you're asking for the 60 days to potentially be broken up into some sort of increment?
Yes, if he would allow to, that would just help me a lot to maintain my business. And obviously I have a business account and I'm the only one in the business account, and to be able to pay and keep moving forward with my guys.
And where'd you say you were going to be doing the community service work at?
So I found a place that's about 5 miles from where I live, and it's called, where do I have it? It's a thrift store that's on Highway 5 and 92. Park Avenue, it's called. And that's where I'm completing.
Oh, what?
It's a thrift store. It's a nonprofit organization, and that's
what's it called?
Park Avenue.
Is that on the list from?
That's not on the list that they gave me. I would look for another option that was closer, since I don't have a driver license to drive.
Okay, so you want us to just change it? Okay, go ahead.
So that's the closest one that I found to where I live, unless I'm directed to go to the ones on the list.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Hunter?
Your Honor, I understand the court's
Oh man, I don't even want to go any further with this guy. He's about to get shredded. I feel bad for him. It's Thanksgiving, Your Honor. Be nice.
memory as far as how pleas work, and it's always, if you remember one of them, it's usually for a reason. While he hasn't gotten the community service work going, he got the evaluation, he started treatment, he did the DUI risk class, he went ahead and did the DUI court session. So I think he's trying to show you that he is taking this seriously. Based on the recommendation, I do think DUI court would benefit him. Unfortunately, it's full. I think other than that, I think he would be a good candidate for DUI court. And if they were able to evaluate him and look at him, he'd be accepted into the program. But we also understand that that's just not the way it is right now, because there's no opening until the end of the month. And alternatively, if the court would consider maybe a week at a time to knock out the jail time, that's what we're asking for.
All right. Well, sir, this offense occurred November the 29th of 22. There was a DUI court arraignment on March the 15th, where it was indicated you had been accepted into the program if you were interested in that. And only after pleading guilty and given a time to turn in were you interested in going into DUI court. Now, again, the other thing your lawyer the first time around was able to convince me to do was to not require you to go in immediately or within the next day or two, like I normally do, and to give you a month to get your affairs in order so that you'd be able to maintain your business while you were in custody. He also, again, got me to split it up. It seems that you want me to allow you to do community service at another location. You need to understand, those things are not going to happen. You're going to have to do probation, and you're going to have to complete this sentence as it's been directed.
See, he's great.
Or, as Judge Jordan is fond of saying, that this is a jail sentence that you get to serve on the outside. So if you can't comply with the terms and conditions of your probation, then you'll serve it on the inside. Mr. Hunter, I don't blame you for asking, but I've already given all the concessions that I'm going to give in this particular case. I think I've been more than fair in giving him 30 days or over 30 days to get his affairs in order. Heck, he's had a year to get them in order since the arrest occurred. So I will deny your motion and will expect Mr. Torres to turn himself in as directed. Now, having said all that, if Judge Jordan accepts him into the program, y'all can bring me, and he gets started in the program, y'all can bring me a motion to amend the sentence at that time, and I'll consider it more favorably. And I think he could certainly benefit from DUI court, and wish he decided to avail himself of that back in March of last year. We wouldn't be in this situation. So good luck to you, sir.
Judge, I
There's
think
more.
this case may end up being back in front of you sooner than
Salty,
expected.
thank
It appears
you.
we're having some
Thank
testing
you,
issues
Salty.
with
Oh,
Mr.
yeah?
Perez. Looks like he missed his first test. His second test was positive, which I just pulled confirmation
Positive for
THC and for amphetamines. I'm not sure if Mr. Marquina has a prescription, but it
Martina.
did confirm. I just pulled it from his emails, so I think you'll be seeing it back sooner rather than later.
Well, they're going to be bringing me a warrant. I'm going to be signing that warrant. I wish I'd known that to start with. I wouldn't have taken as much time as we did. So when you get notified that there's a warrant for your arrest, you need to go ahead and turn yourself in, Mr. Torres. Good luck.
Thank you.
Your Honor, that's all I have at this time. If I may be excused.
Yes, sir. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Take care.
All right, call me, Mr. Torres, if you have any questions about any of that, okay?
Yeah, I mean, if I could say something before we go.
I would recommend you not say anything at this
Okay.
time.
Thank you.
Darn it. I wanted to hear the judge
What else?
reply. So, I don't know who Mr. Marquina is.
Mr. Majeski and Mr.
I don't know who Mr. Marquina is. She said Mr. Marquina, when she was talking about the missed tests or the failed tests. I don't know if she got it wrong, but she did start out with Torres. So maybe it was just a slip of the tongue, or maybe she was looking at someone else. I don't know. And there's no way I can tell you if I'm going to get the follow up to this case because, like I said, this wasn't on YouTube, so I got it live, and I don't know if I can get it. We'll see. I'll try. I mean, but Paul asked, "What is restorative justice?" Okay, I don't know everything. I didn't try, and I didn't get it about it. But don't worry, if I'm wrong, people in the comments will let me know. Georgia has for felony cases, I think, only felony cases. Restorative justice is a program where they get the victims to like have a say in the justice process. Like the justice process goes in the voice of the victims instead of just the law. The victims have a big impact on what happens to felons in this restorative justice program. It's complicated. There's more to it. That's just a summary of what I know, which is not a lot. Okay. Let's go to Church's Chicken. I've never eaten Church's Chicken, so please someone tell me if it's delicious or not. I need to know.
Raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Mr. Hambrick, you're before the court on state of Georgia. I lost my map. All right, state of Georgia versus Dewan Hambrick, 2023 CR 05209, and also 2023 CR 10792. You're represented by Mr. White on both those cases. Mr. White, you've indicated that he wishes to enter a plea of guilty on criminal trespass in the case ending in 05209. And is it guilty to count one on case ending in 10792?
As well as count 3, Your Honor.
Okay.
Count 2 of the merge.
All right, and by entering these pleas of guilty to counts 1 and 3 on the case ending in 10792, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself or present any testimony or evidence against yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things, sir?
Mm-hmm.
All right, factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. For the case ending in 05209, on January 30th of 2021, an officer was dispatched to 4498 Jonesboro Road.
I know she's hard to listen to. It's hard to listen to her, but don't worry, the judge will come back on. And again, the judge is the star of this show.
Forest Park, Georgia, where the incident occurred in Clayton County. I believe it was a Church's Chicken. It's in reference to a vandalism call. The officer met with the victim, Mr. Frederick Hambrick, who advised that his brother, Dewan Hambrick, the defendant, had broken the windshield of his Chevy Malibu. They have gotten into a verbal altercation. And then as he got in the car to leave, the defendant took off his shirt and punched the driver's side window. Then he was taken into custody. The state is recommending 12 months to serve 3 days, credit for the time that he has already served, the balance to be probated, an anger management course, a $300 fine. I'm sorry, 12 months to serve 20 days. The balance to be probated, anger management, restitution to, let me see if we got a number here.
Is this
Okay,
restitution?
No restitution. I'm sorry, no
All right.
restitution. But a do not return to the location, and that is the churches located at 4498 Jonesboro Road, Forest Park, Georgia.
All right, I know she's hard to. It's hard to understand. It was hard to follow along with her because she kept stopping. So let me redo that real quick. Oh my God, Joe! Oh my God, Judge! He broke the windshield, and that wasn't enough. So then he took off his shirt and he smashed that side window of his brother's car. It was terrible. There was glass everywhere. I think I still have some in my hair. And then we want $300 in court fines for this. $300, Judge. $300. No restitution. There, that's better.
And no violent or harassing contact with Mr. Frederick Hambrick.
All right. Okay, you can continue with the next one.
Yes, Your Honor. And I do believe that the victim on this case is president would like to be heard as well.
Okay. All right. Where's Mr. Frederick Hambrick?
No, I'm sorry, for the next case.
Oh, for the next. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay. So on August the 16th of 2022, an officer was dispatched to 4498 Jonesboro Road, Forest Park, Georgia, where the incident occurred in Clayton County. Again, it was the Church's Chicken. It was in reference to a disturbance. At that time, the officer met with the victim in this case, Mr. Jesse Hardy, Hardy, who advised that the defendant had pointed a gun at him and punched him in his face. The officer did speak with a few witnesses on the scene who advised they observed the defendant point a gun at the victim.
All right.
Okay, no, and he was taken into custody. The state is recommending 12 months to serve for count one, 12 months to serve 30 days, the balance to be probated. And it may run concurrent with the case ending in 05209, a $500 fine or 50 hours of community service and no contact with Mr. Jesse Hardy. Count two would merge. Count three would be a 12 months to serve 60 days, the balance to be probated to run concurrent with count one, a gun safety course, an additional $500 or 50 hours of community service, and he'd have to forfeit the weapon. And of course, no contact with the victim.
All right, Mr. Hardy, may I hear from you, sir? If you'll raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
I do.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Well, first, I'm the pastor of Kingdom Transformation Ministries in Atlanta, Georgia. We go feed the homeless every Tuesday night, and we go to the same Church's Chicken. My church was located in Forest Park at the time. This particular night, we went and we ordered, I think it was 30 boxes of chicken. And as I was waiting for them to finish preparing the boxes of chicken, Mr. Hambrick was just on a tirade. He was behind the counter. He was cursing at people, and he was just walking back and forth through the restaurant. And one of the it was three or four people be on my side of the counter, on the customer side of the counter. They started looking at how he was acting, and they said that they were leaving and they were going to Long John Silver's or somewhere else. At that time, one of the assistant manager walked past me, and I told her that I said, "You're losing customers." At that time, I know his name is Mr. Hambrick now. He walked over to the counter and he put his finger on my nose and started punching my nose like this and said, "I would F you up," and telling me what he'll do to me. At that time, I told him I'd get his hand out my face. I said, "No, you're not going to do anything to me." He turned around and he went in the back room, and he came out the side entrance with a Tech-9. At that time, I threw my hands up in the air and I told him, I said, "Do what you got to do." He walked up to me with the Tech-9, and my wife started beating on the window. She was outside of the restaurant. "Don't shoot my husband. Don't shoot my husband." And he turned around and he went back in the side entrance. He went back behind the counter. That time, I guess he put the gun away. He came at me again. The second time he came at me, I told him, I said, "Well, you got a gun. We don't have anything to do." When I looked up, he came out of the entrance where they take the trash, where they take the garbage out, and he's standing beside my car. My wife had came in to get me out, so we're waiting for the other 30 boxes of chicken. When I come out, Mr. Hambrick throws a punch at me. He throws a punch at me. We exchange a few blows. We not connecting. Then I connected with Mr. Hambrick. I knocked him down. I walked off. I left. I got in my car. My wife went in to get the chicken. Meanwhile, Mr. Hambrick, he's just furious. The manager's trying to hold him. He runs over to my car, my window's down and my sunroof is open. He reaches into the car and he knocked my teeth out, bust my lip, tucked my head and was banging my head against the side of the car. He damaged my neck. I've had 2 procedures done on my neck, because of that. All kind of headaches I'm still having right now. So I finally was able to put the car in gear and drive off, and then I called the police and we came back to the scene.
All right. Well, I am so sorry that happened to you. That's traumatic.
Did he leave his wife there? Did he drive off and leave his wife there?
Mr. White, did you have anything on behalf of Mr. Hardy? I mean, on behalf of Mr. Hambrick?
No, Your Honor. We just ask that you accept the negotiated plea.
How does Mr. Hambrick keep ending up at this Church's Chicken? Church's Chickens are hard to find now. I haven't seen one in a while, and he's ending up at the same one for 2 separate incidents?
He's an employee there.
Okay. All right. Mr. Hambrick, you got issues, sir. You got some anger management. I want to fight issues. What's going on?
Well, the incident with my brother, he came to my job while I was working. He put his hands on me, just like Jesse, he put his hands on me first. So that's all I have to say. I just wish you accept my plea and I can go, because I don't want to.
So you saying a minister who comes and buys chicken for the homeless roughed you up at your job first?
I did. Yes, when he kept saying my name, because what he say I was loud about, I was loud because that manager that he deals with was stealing money from employees, as in I could go to work and clock in. This manager would take my time and put it on her husband's time, her kids' time. She was stealing from customers. She was taking other folks' money and clock in time to do that. And Jesse know what I was arguing about. So he gonna tell me, I don't think you want to do that, Mr. Hambrick. So you want me to sit up and let the lady keep stealing my time? And then she working up under her mama name, and she get a check every month from the state, $2,500.
Okay, so Mr. Hambrick, all of that, none of that, all of that you might have been justified in complaining about, but you should have been complaining about to management for Church's Chicken, not to Mr. Hardy.
I never said anything to him, Judge. Not one word.
I got you.
Never said anything.
Your Honor, I wasn't even complaining to him. I was telling her.
All right, but Mr. Hambrick, you have some options. If you're not being paid right on the job you at, then you need to complain. There are state agencies that will manage wage and hour. You need to complain to them if you're not getting some traction from the management at your company. But to keep having incidents at your job, it's just not a good thing. Plus, sir, anybody who pulls a gun should be ready to use that gun at the time that they pull it. I'm.
Wait, Judge, go back. He keeps having incidents at his job. Do you really think, honestly, Judge, he still works there? Do you think he's still employed right now? I would guess he is currently unemployed.
I'm not one of these people who's anti-gun. I'm one of these people who's responsible gun ownership and use. And that was irresponsible. Where would you be right now if that gun had gone off and something had happened to Mr. Hardy? Where would you be?
I don't know.
You'd be headed to prison.
Yeah.
So, and Mr. Hardy's family would be in grief. Stop pulling a gun that you didn't even intend to use to threaten somebody when the consequences are so great if something were to happen and that gun went off. That's irresponsible. You do not need to have a gun if you can't be a responsible person with a gun. Now, Georgia got all these open carry and everybody can have a gun. But what they don't understand is when they make these laws is everybody doesn't have the common sense and the training it takes to handle a gun so that no one else is injured unnecessarily.
Yes, I understand.
But you back there walking around with a gun like it's a toy. No, sir. Any number of people could have been injured that night because of your recklessness.
Mm.
And while you fighting about them dollars that you feel like you've been cheated out of, you could have cheated somebody out of their whole life.
Yeah, you're right, Your Honor.
You walking around brandishing a gun, something happens in that situation, and the police have to respond. You might not have walked out of there alive.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I know I'm right. I've seen this too many times. So you're going to forfeit that gun. So on the first case in 05209, criminal trespass, I'm going to accept your plea of guilty. I'll sentence you to 12 months to serve 20 days. Credit for time served. The balance will be probated for you to take an anger management class. And you're to not go back to the Church's Chicken at 4498 Jonesboro Road in Forest Park, Georgia, Clayton County. You're to have no violent or harassing contact with Mr. Frederick Hambrick on the case 2023 CR 10792. That will run concurrent with the sentence in 2023 CR 05209. You're entering a plea of guilty to counts 1 and 3. On count 1, 12 months to serve 30 days. Balance will be probated for you to pay a fine in the amount of $500, which will be $737.50 with the surcharges, or to do 50 hours of community service. You're to have no contact with Mr. Jesse Hardy. You're not to go back to the Church's Chicken at 4498 Jonesboro Road in Forest Park, Georgia. Count 2 will merge with count 1. Count 3, 12 months to serve 60 days. Balance will be probated for you to take a gun safety course and for you to do an additional $500, that's $737.50, or 50 hours of community service, and you're to forfeit the gun that was used in this crime. that will run concurrent. Count 3 will run concurrent. Count 1 will run concurrent with count 3. All right. So how long has he been in, Mr. White?
Your Honor, my understanding, he's been in 10 days, so he still has quite a bit of time left.
Yeah. So you're going to spend that time. Mr. Hamburg, I need you to start thinking about your life. How old are you, sir?
41, ma'am.
How?
41.
You need to get it together. Your 40s is the best time in life. I have a lot of fun in my 40s. So you need to get it together and figure out what it is you want to do with your life. Because all of this foolishness with the gun and running around back and forth, if you are upset about how your manager is working, there are avenues that you have to complain and make sure that you are heard and that you get things done properly. But just running around loose, waving a gun in the air, this ain't the Wild West.
Yes, ma'am.
We're losing too many people to random gun violence because people don't have a clue what they're doing. All right, you can go back with the sheriff's office. The probation expert is going to come speak with you in a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
All righty. All right, do you guys need additional time to talk to somebody?
No, I don't know if the minister got his chicken. So actually, Richard York, you've been to that Church's Chicken before. You're gonna have to go this Tuesday. You gotta take one for the team here, and go and ask him if he ever got his chicken that night, because we all want to know, did he get his chicken? Now I'm really hungry for chicken. Ugh. All right, let's go by. Okay, this one was a roller coaster for me on, what I believed and what I didn't. This next one.
Order against Caitlin O'Hara.
Yes, sir.
And I've reviewed your petition here and some of the things that are attached to it. And what I'm going to do here is have this case set for a hearing to determine whether or not to issue an anti-harassment order.
Really?
And that hearing's going to be on January 2nd at 9 o'clock in the morning.
This one's a banger.
So I have to live with this until January 2nd?
Well, I got to, be honest with you here. I have a fair amount of difficulty following what you're alleging here as harassment or...
She's stalking my house. She's coming on my property when I told her I'm in May, never step foot on my property or in my house again. She's stalking my property. She's beating on the side of my house. I have extreme PTSD from a home invasion. She had me throwing up the other day from fear. She's vandalizing houses. She's literally 10 feet away, hiding in the bushes, stalking my house. I shouldn't have to live like this in my own house. I am.
Would you do me
to panic?
All right, Ms. Burschauer, would you do me a favor and help me follow the material that you submitted a little bit better that clearly says the things that you just said out loud?
Okay. The last one was on the one where I finally called the police on her was on December 13th. And that's the day where my son and his current girlfriend at the time, Ayana, had ran down to the grocery store around 10:30 or so at nighttime. And I'm sitting in the house and I hear a thud on the side of my house, which is right around where my son's bedroom is. And immediately I go into a panic mode. And shortly thereafter, my son and his girlfriend come back and they find her parked right down at the end of our road. And mind you, she lives in Tacoma. And she's nowhere around in McDonald's. She's not in her car. So they find her they go one street over and they find her on the walk behind my blackberry bushes, crouched down for a good 5 minutes before they even said anything to her. And she's holding something up like a phone or something. And then when they finally confront her, she gets up and she walks away quickly. And this is not the first time she's done that.
Now tell me, slow down and take a breath, okay? I'm going to need to ask a few questions.
I'm sorry, okay.
Okay, now, and again, in your material, point out to me the thing that happened just prior to that time.
The one right before that was on December 2nd when we were having a Friendsgiving Day. And also there's also a statement from another individual that was here, Anna. She also wrote.
Okay, and where in your materials do I find that?
For the other person also?
From anywhere.
Well, mine's on page 10 of 12. Oh, wait a minute. On 12-2? I'm sorry. That one is actually, it's after that. So it's a typed page, and it says 12-2-23 at the very top of that. It's like a Word document that I printed off.
I think her bangs look cute. I like them.
Word document.
It's a full page Word document painted, done on, and it says 12-2-23 at the very top of it. It starts out with had a Friendsgiving dinner.
Okay.
Okay. Did you find that one?
Yeah, I've got it.
On that day, we had a Friendsgiving at my house, and about shortly thereafter, towards the early evening, she had messaged my son that she had left something in his car. So he agreed to go take it out to her. Well, he took it out to her, came back in the house, and within 10 minutes, his current girlfriend was still here in the house, had just gotten back here. Her car was vandalized, and Caitlin even had the audacity to put on the hood K.O. Her name is Caitlin O'Hara. She etched K.O. in the hood. On the entire side of the car, it was so deeply scratched, and it says F-U-C-K, and it says get herpes, and all kinds of other things, and all the way down the other side. And the pictures are kind of dark, but I did include those pictures of the damage that she did to the car, and she even autographed her own artistry work.
Okay, so that's December 2nd, and then the first one, or the most recent one, was December 13th.
Yes, and the one on the 14th was the one on November 14th. That's the one that made me physically ill. Well, she came onto my property, and she beat on the side of my house, and then she came over by the living room window, and she beat on the side of the house over there. That's the one I just gotten out of court for a 5-year trial, doing a victim's impact statement for him to go to prison. Got home within a half an hour, 45 minutes. I'd eaten, and this all happened. I had a full-blown panic attack, and I was throwing up. I can't have her doing this to my house or to me or company at my house. And it's not, she's showing a pattern. All this is recent. And she has, from what I've been told, she currently is facing criminal charges right now as well. And I told the young lady at the court this morning about those criminal charges. So she doesn't care about anything legal.
All right, and I will issue the order.
Thank you.
And you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna have a hearing on this January 2nd at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And you can see it that, you know, what you've given to the court is difficult to follow.
I try.
And if you present any more documents or any written material or anything like that before the hearing, it might be a good idea to summarize it in chronological order so that when the judge is preparing for the hearing, the judge has an idea of what you're trying to communicate, because trying to piece it together from different scraps of paper that are put in here. Some of them are chopped in half. It's really hard to know what's going on. And if you want it to be, you want it to be succinct and clear to the point so that when the judge reads it, the judge knows what you're asking for and what the basis of it is.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I've marked here to have law enforcement do the service since there's an allegation of stalking.
Thank you so much.
Okay. We'll see you here on January 2nd.
Thank you.
I'm happy with that. I started that and I was like, oh, fake tears, craziness. But then I believed her. Like, she knew the dates, she knew what happened. So I flipped real quick, and I believe her. I definitely believe her, and I'm glad that he did what he did. But we love him. He's great. All right, here's someone who just wants chances. Just wants chances.
Your Honor, we're here with Miss Little.
All right, did we find out if this is a repeat from Miss Little or something else happened?
No, Your Honor, she misunderstood. Mr. Austin shared with me what the sentence was, and it was not to close the case. So.
All right.
I said that like 7 other inmates that you closed.
So, Ms. Little, this is your third hearing. I'm not sure what's going on, why we can't get it together. So it's one second, I'm trying to pin you. There we go. So probation has indicated that you were here on the 6th day of October 2022 for driving under the influence. You were sentenced to 12 months probation. You have 6 days remaining on probation. Your sentence was not told. Says that you failed to avoid injurious and vicious habits. You tested positive for alcohol and marijuana. You failed to complete an alcohol and drug test, failed to complete an alcohol and drug evaluation. You failed to provide proof of completing a risk reduction order, risk reduction course as ordered. You failed to complete 40 hours of community service. You failed to do anything, Ms. Little. Well, what's going on?
Your Honor, if I may, I think the confusion, at least with this last bout of probation, was that Ms. Little thought that she had
No, Ms. Hahn, Ms. Little and I have had conversations before. She stood before me. This is her third time. I can't be that dumb, or she can't be that dumb, because I know I speak well enough so that people understand me. I don't even put legalese in it. I break it down so people know exactly what I'm saying. Ms. Little has decided she doesn't want to hear what I'm saying, or she doesn't want to understand because the alcohol is too good to her and the drugs are too good to her. So, unfortunately, I only have 6 days for you to stay in jail. Is that going to be through Christmas?
And my thought is that she served 6 days already since she's been in.
That's it.
Guys, for Thanksgiving, if you want to, it would be really cool if you did. Just take a picture of your table. It doesn't matter how good or bad it is. No one's judging. And just put it in Discord, because it would be interesting to see. It would just be interesting to see how different all of the tables are.
If I decide she served 6 days,
or not Thanksgiving, whatever you're eating tonight, take a picture.
Because Miss Little is just playing with me at this point. Didn't her daddy come in with her the last time?
Yes, Your Honor.
See, so I remember. I know Miss Little is just playing with me at this point. She got all the good her, but she can't get my stuff done.
The only thing that I didn't do was the classes, and when I went to see the probation officer, she told me that even if I couldn't finish them by December, I still had to take them because I didn't have a job to pay the $400 or the full $400 to do the courses. But when I was in here last time, my dad had brought the receipt from my evaluation and he told him to take it to probation services. And I did the 40 hours the first time that I had came.
Where's the proof, ma'am?
What she said, if you didn't hear her, was the only thing she didn't do was the classes because she lost her job. She couldn't do the classes, and that's the only thing she didn't do. And she went to probation, and they said something, I don't know. But she said that then she did it, I guess. I don't know. It was very hard to hear.
You didn't prove it. You don't have it. You didn't do it. It's not just do it. It's do it and show proof to probation.
Your Honor, she indicated to me that the person that she did the community service with had told her that she was sending it over, but she understands that she should have followed up to make sure that they received it, or perhaps
Geez.
got it herself.
Hold on, Miss Hunt. Miss Little, how old are you?
24.
Miss Little, you about to mess your whole life up. I'm just saying. Because first of all, you can't stay away from alcohol and drugs, which means you have a problem. Second of all, you have a problem of willfulness because you just gonna decide what you're gonna do. You're not gonna listen to me. And I know I speak clearly because, like I said, I don't use a whole lot of legalese, and I tell you point blank period what I want you to do, as the young people say. But you brought your daddy in here and he cried on your behalf last time, and help her. But you're gonna have to help yourself because you're gonna end up back before me. And if it's not me, it's going to be another state court judge. And let me explain to you, I'm the nicest one out there. I meet with all the judges twice a year. We have a conference. And when we start talking about sentencing for things like DUI and messing up, I say, okay, well, I expect somebody to mess up if they have an alcohol problem. So they're going to be back here. So I'm going to try and work with them. You know what my colleagues say? They say 6 months off the bat. You mess up on probation, that's 6 months in jail. They don't care about your daddy coming. They don't care about you crying. They don't care that you're 24. They don't care about any of that. You mess up, 6 months. And that's overall everywhere you go. I am the nicest one. Down the hall, they probably gonna give you 6 months if you mess up on probation. I'm the nicest one. And you have messed up with me and tried to play me 3 times. This whole, I didn't understand. I thought we were this. I thought, no, ma'am. No. I put it in writing. It's in writing. So if you didn't understand, it was in writing. I do that every time I talk. I put it in writing. So if you won't read to understand and you won't ask questions to understand, that means you just want to do what you want to do. And so whatever the sentence is, she going to spend these next 6 days in jail. What did y'all agree to?
The balance to be revoked, Your Honor.
Yep, that's it. But I'm not giving credit for time served since lockup. She gonna do 6 days.
Yes.
Don't feel bad for her, Ms. Hahn. This is her 3rd time. If she felt bad for herself, she would get it right.
I understand, Your Honor.
It gets better.
You feel worse for her than she does.
Here we go.
She gambled and lost. She played me. This is the 3rd time trying to play me. No, ma'am. No. Because what I don't need is you continuing to think that you can get away with something.
So, Your Honor, I guess
She's gonna serve 6 days, and her case will naturally expire.
it says okay.
But what, Ms. Hahn?
I was just wondering if today counts as the first day or tomorrow. But the other, Your Honor, would you be willing to do 5 days? So Ms. Little let me know that today was the day that, so I don't know if Your Honor remembers that part of the concern for her family was that her mother, she cares for her mom.
Yeah, she's a caretaker for her mother. But if that were the case, then she wouldn't be out drinking and doing marijuana because it would be more important for her to care for her mother.
I understand, Your Honor. I guess just the last part is that she was supposed to today have an appointment to see if she qualifies to be her mother's kidney donor.
Not with alcohol and marijuana in her system. Her mama don't need to be high. Is that kidney gonna be any good?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Reschedule the appointment.
Okay, yeah.
They'll reschedule. But what the point I'm making to Miss Little is you can't help your mama if you can't help yourself. You keep trying to play me.
I'm not trying to play you.
Because I just don't understand how you feel like you didn't understand what I said. And it was in writing. Some people say if you want to hide knowledge from folk, put it in a book, put it in writing, because they sure as heck ain't gonna read.
I didn't get it in writing until the 30th.
Well, you could have asked for it. I'm unclear. Before I take this marijuana and this alcohol, let me see what the paper said. All right, so 6 days. I give her credit for today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
She's so nice giving her credit for today. She never stops giving this judge.
But Miss Little, let me tell you, ma'am. Every time you mess up in Clayton County, you're gonna come back to me. Let's not keep having these conversations, okay? We clear?
Sorry, Your Honor, I had accidentally pressed mute. You can say what you said.
Yes, ma'am. I haven't caught any other charges. This is the only time
This is the one you keep messing up on. You should have been finished with this. You should have been walking out that door, done, everything complete. You've been here 3 times. You got to try to do that. And the reason I'm suggesting that you go to NA or AA, continue to do that, because as a caretaker, that's a hard job. That is a very hard job. If you're not dealing with it well, then it will be even harder. So you need to get ahead of that. You need to start talking to some people. Now, I don't know what your insurance situation is or what you can afford for as far as counseling, but you need to get ahead of what you're dealing with. And AA or NA, you got people you can talk to and people who can share their experiences and help you work through whatever it is you're going through.
Yes, ma'am.
All right? Because I don't doubt you're going through stuff. You're just not dealing with it the right way. All right? You can go back with the sheriff.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Her lawyer was devastated. Sweden!
All right, who's
Cupcake
next?
Pixie from Sweden. Wow. Happy holidays. No, her lawyer was devastated. And then for the rest of her cases, she was muted there, like, really, she talked real soft. Well, the rest of the cases, she barely made a peep because she was so devastated. Guys, I just have to let you know that that Richard York said that he was going to go and find out if they got the chicken or not. You don't got to do that, Richard, because you don't got to go up to a man you don't even know. Although we want to know, we don't need to know. Let's just pretend that he got his chicken. Let's go with that. Let's just go into the holidays, go into Christmas thinking he got his chicken. Everything's good. All right. We got one more video. One more. And this is Washington. So remember, this court is nice and slow. So just sit back and relax. This judge, though, I don't know if you guys saw the Daryl
Looks like
Brooks.
we've got Mr. Madden back.
Daryl Brooks video case, this judge reminds me of that judge a lot. Yes, she looks like her, but just the way she speaks and acts as well.
I know that we have a school dismissal order.
Your Honor, this is, are we ready? Sorry. Nope.
Oh, you want, yeah. Go ahead, Ms. Ebert.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're going to be requesting competent counsel on this case. There's been a breakdown of communication.
I'm wondering if it would be beneficial if Mr. Parent spoke with Mr. Madden.
All right, Mr. Madden, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
That was a crazy trial.
All right, Mr. Parent, do you think you want to see about speaking with him?
No, he does not.
If Ms. Ebert could send me a chat and just give me some more details, I could kind of.
Yeah, why don't you two connect on that and we'll see where we go.
All right.
Sean Parent's like, nope, no thank you. I don't want to do this. I love Sean. I love Sean Parent. I love him. I think he's great. He makes me feel safe.
Your Honor, I'm
whenever
ready
he's-
to address Mr. Madden.
Okay, let's go back on the record on Mr. Madden, 3A031096 and 965.
And for the record, Sean Parent for Mr. Madden. This is a defense request to reset approximately 30 days. Mr. Madden and I we need some time to discuss this case further when we don't have the distraction of having family in the background and things like that. So we have each other's contact information so we can get this started right away.
Yeah, and I apologize for the background noise. The kids are out of school for 2 weeks, and
I know, and they're probably really excited not to be in school.
yeah, man. Yeah, and I'm just, man, this is, you know, Your Honor, you know what I'm saying, I'm not trying to, you know, I know you gave me 60 days to try to, you know, get my, you know, get things together, and I'm not trying to, you know, put you in a situation where you feel like you have to, you know, uphold the, you know what I'm saying, uphold your balance of the court. Or, you know, I don't know how to really, you know, I don't want to put you in a situation where you feel like, you know, you're being used and abused. And I know you've heard it all before. You know, I don't want to sing to the choir, but it's been a rough situation for me, and I'm you know, I'm trying my best out here as a dad, as a single dad, and I'm just, man, it's hard for me. You know, I thank God for I just, you know, I sent the email of the eviction. I had an eviction. And I thank God I paid the eviction. You know, and I got sick, and man, and then it's like I got the kids. Their mom's not really, you know what I mean? It's like I'm out here. I'm just trying to be a good dad, man. And I guess I don't understand the litigations of the court. And, you know, I was thinking that my attorney was, you know, I guess, I was under the impression that, you know, it wasn't a big charge, or, you know what I'm saying, something that would, where I feel like I'm getting really hung or cooked in the courthouse. I feel like I'm not a bad guy, and you know, I'm trying to be a successful person in the eyes of the society. And man, and then at the same time, I'm not trying to come with 1,000 excuses, but life is critical right now. It's kind of hard for me.
Whoa, chat, hold on. Why? How did we turn the conversation into how much yarn we have? I feel personally attacked right now. I feel I'm being trolled and attacked, and I'm not in a safe space. It's okay if you have a lot of yarn. That's perfectly as normal. It's not crazy at all. You can go buy more. It's fine. Okay? Listen. Listen, I don't know how we got to this spot. We just have to all agree that having a supply of urine is a good thing. It's something to be proud of, actually. Oh dear.
Right, yeah, I'm trying.
All right, let me hear from Ms. McDonald about the 30-day continuance.
Well, Your Honor, the only hard part on this is that when we were back here in October and the court had set it out for 60 days, the court indicated that would be the last continuance for licensing because the defendant had had a couple of continuances and a couple of failures to appear. At least I have reflected in my notes, and I don't see that the defendant has taken his test to get his license back or paid down any of the tickets or the reissue fees or complied with anything DOL has imposed. I did want to look to see if there was any indication about the ignition interlock. Let me see that. That's still required. It looks like that he's been in non-compliance with that since May of 2020.
That's not true. I have not been in non-compliance. If I may speak, it took, I think, 2 months for the police report to even get there. The police report hadn't even got to the court, so there was continuances on that. I missed one court date from when I lost my keys. And
I think she's only talking, I think Ms. McDonald is only speaking to your progress with the Department of Licensing on getting your license back. That's what she's talking about, not your appearances here in court.
Well, we have had two failures here in court on this case. We had one in August of 23 and September of 23, and then it was continued for 60 days in October. It was continued back in June. So
it was a failure to appear on my behalf.
Yeah,
I've only had one failure to appear.
No, it was the judge that failed to appear, sir. The judge
like
didn't
3
show
days
up.
after, or maybe 4 days after I got the warrant because I
No, there were two. Mr. Madden, you didn't come to court on August 21st. I didn't issue a warrant as a courtesy. I just found that you didn't come to court, and I set another court date for September 11th. You didn't come to that court date, so I did issue a warrant. So there was 2 times that you didn't make it to court, but just the one bench warrant that had issued. So Ms. McDonald is not wrong on that. There was 2.
You're absolutely right. I apologize. You're absolutely right.
So I think
You're
that,
absolutely right.
so right now, I do want to,
Hey, yo, you guys got to be quiet.
Ms. McDonald, I over the city's objection, I'm going to set this out to January 22nd. Mr. Parent will be able to connect with him without the children there. I think it's a little complicated right now. Mr. Madden, I'm going to show you a little grace today and give you one more continuance.
Okay.
So your next hearing will be January 22nd, 2024 at 9 a.m.
So I have to have the, there's no way I can get the interlock within 30 days now. You want to get the interlock within 30 days?
Well, that's your next hearing date, so Mr. Parent can talk to you. You can talk to him about what issues you're having, or if you have a license, fantastic, but that's your next court date. So speedy trial will be April 22nd, 2024. Your case, if it's set for trial, would be an April jury trial. All right, so we're going to send this off to you. I have an address in Northeast Maple Leaf Place. And so we'll send that court date to that address, okay?
Okay.
And do you still need to have it emailed as well?
Do I have an email?
Do you want the court date mailed to your home, or I know we emailed it to you as well.
Yeah, you can. You can mail it to my home. You know what I'm saying? You can mail it to my home as well. You know.
All right. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
No, I mean, he might not be able to get an interlock in 30 days. I don't know. I don't know how. Listen, nobody can make me sit there and listen to the end of that. It's just her talking. Blah, 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 blah. She doesn't shut up. Ever. All right. We're okay. I don't have any more, I don't have any more Thanksgiving clips, but I do have one that's adjacent. Thanksgiving adjacent. It says, car gets arrested, man completely baked in court. That's baking. That's like Thanksgiving, right? Man baked in court. We're going to watch that one. I'm getting it. I don't want to see myself at the beginning, though. I hate her.
Chris was in the hospital a week ago.
Shush.
Expect you would like me to quash the warrant as well.
All right.
Please, Your Honor.
Now, you should see it. You do. I'm trying to remember if I remember who was baked in court. Boy, it could be him. It could be him. They're not men. I don't think the defense attorney is baked in court. Oh, it could be her from from the Hell Court. Oh, it could be him. Although I would love to give you guys the one that's baked in court, I'm just going to press play and see what we got.
Okay.
Wow, look at that earring.
It's always good to have the orders ahead of time if you want that done. Let me see if I can find that.
This is Washington State.
Right.
Everything is slow in Washington. You know that.
I've added that. So I will sign the order unless the city has any objection. I will sign the order recalling the warrant.
No objection.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All objections.
All right. With regard to the resolution of the case, I see that there's a statement of defendant on plea of guilty. Is that how we're proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you like to make your record?
Mr. Green, please state your full name.
Christopher Green.
And you are 25, correct?
Yes.
And the highest level of education you completed was high school?
Milk Swede. Malta.
Do you understand
Thank
the
you.
elements
Happy
of assault in the fourth
Thanksgiving.
degree that the city would have to
Thank
prove
you.
in order to find you guilty at trial?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you understand that when you plead guilty, you are giving up the following rights? The right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury in the county where the crime is alleged to have been committed. The right to remain silent before and during trial. The right to refuse to testify against yourself. The right at trial to hear and question the witnesses who would testify against you. The right at trial to testify and have witnesses testify for you who could be made to appear at no expense to you. The right to be presumed innocent unless the charge is proven beyond a
Monica,
reasonable
thank
doubt
you
or you
so
enter
much.
a plea of guilty.
Thank you,
And the right to
Monica.
appeal a finding of guilt after trial.
I would rather be on probation.
He's baked in court.
All right, Ms.
That's
Barber,
him.
I'm having a hard time.
I would rather be on probation to
All right, Ms. Barber,
am I still having to see
Mr. Green, I'm going to stop this right now because I've been concerned already that Mr. Green was either distracted or not able to follow what's happening on the
Distracted.
Zoom hearing. Is there a reason we can't set this over to an in-person calendar?
Your Honor, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I don't know that defense has necessarily the correct offer. This is not the city's offer. The city is offering to amend, so I don't think we should proceed today.
All right. Mr. Green, is there any reason that you could not come to court for this hearing?
He should not
I'd like
drive
to do
drunk.
this in person.
I have a lot I have stuff
I'm sorry?
I have a lot of stuff.
Okay, well, I'm gonna set this over and we'll try to accommodate your
Stuff.
Calendar. This is a first appearance. Okay. I'm gonna add that document in as well. Give me just a moment.
How many people watching are jealous right now?
All right. Nope, that's the wrong one.
I don't think he realizes anything right now. He is baked.
This is totally Thanksgiving themed. Totally.
It's funny you should mention that, Donald, because I have a case coming up with the best hair.
Is it a motion to continue, Your Honor, is trying to enter?
Today is his first day appearing before the court after a warrant. I don't think we need a motion to continue.
Your Honor, I can put in a
Motion.
notice of hearing.
Yeah.
I've got a pretrial order in there, order on pretrial, or an order on release. So I think that might be the cleanest. Well, or order setting court dates is probably good enough. Let's do that.
About 1,000 times. Which time are you talking about?
There we go. Notice of hearing. Got it. All right. All right. I'm going to set this to pretrial on
She's so sweet, Terry. Yeah, she talks a lot. She just does.
So we're pretty full for a little while, Mr.
It gets
Green.
better. Don't worry,
I'm
it
gonna
gets
have you
better.
come in on
Washington's just so slow. All the judges.
August 22nd at 2:30. That's a Thursday afternoon. Any reason you wouldn't be able to make it to court on that date?
I work.
Can you take some time off from work? What days do you work?
I haven't made that much money.
Okay. What days do you work?
This month. The 20th.
I'm sorry?
The 20th.
The 20th? Okay. And what days are you going to be working in August?
I have to check.
Go ahead. I'll give you time to check.
What time is this trial?
It's a hearing at 2:30 in the afternoon on Thursday, August 22nd.
Okay.
In Boston. That's okay? Okay. So I'm going to set that date. That's in person and you must appear. Okay? Between now and then, I want you to meet with your attorney to be sure you understand what's happening, because I won't take a plea if you don't understand what's happening, okay?
Okay.
Can Miss Barber sign this order on your behalf? Can your attorney sign for you on this order? Put an X on the signature line. Saying that you're going to appear on the 22nd of August.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Barber, if you can do that, that will conclude this matter. Mr. Green, we'll see you on August 22nd at 2:30 at the Bothell Municipal Court.
There was one part in there that's interesting. If you watch her, she always talks that slow. Oh gosh, look at that guy's eyes right now. Stop. She always talks that slow. She always is very deliberate. And when anybody has a question or something, she explains it as kind and thoroughly as possible. But when Tracy Greenwood said, do we need a motion for continuance? Her answer stopped me short because she was like, it's his first appearance, so we don't need that. I've never heard her talk that badly before, and you probably didn't even notice it, but that was harsh for her. I've never heard her talk that harshly before. She was mad at that guy. Simple Auto Solutions, thank you, from Colorado. Okay, I got a video in the members only area that I put there today that I'm not going to ever release outside of the members area because I don't know, there's all kind of trigger warnings on it. But it's a great judge. She's great. She's really great. But it's in there and in there it'll stay. Okay. Now let's go to a car that gets arrested. Since Simple Auto Solutions put that up, we'll go to the car that got arrested.
All right, we're all set.
You're all. Arizona.
There we go. Hi there. Can you state your name, please? Your name?
Mikhail Torich.
All right, Mr. Torich, you're here for warrants for your arrest. 3 cases. 2024 CM 12136, 12139, and 12159. The first case is 2 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. The second one is criminal damage and disorderly conduct. And the third one is criminal trespass. On those charges, you failed to appear on all those cases for your arraignment, and you had warrants for your arrest. So what I done is I scheduled you for a court date tomorrow. You remain in custody on the same bond, which is $500, and $2,000.
Amy,
but
thank
your court
you.
date is for tomorrow.
Thank you,
so
Amy.
I'll have
I
you,
appreciate it.
have
Thank you.
500 and 2,000. It was the total of the bond.
Correct. 3,000 total. Correct.
Okay.
And then you'll see your attorney tomorrow. I've got you an appointed attorney. You'll talk to your attorney tomorrow and see how to handle those cases. I'm entering not guilty pleas for now, so you can have your attorney who will help you out.
So how soon can I see my attorney? Today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
So for today, I'm staying here in the facility for tonight, or am I out, or do I need to pay the bond?
No, you can pay the bond if you want, or you just see your attorney tomorrow at the case pretrial conference, and then we make a determination if you can be released after tomorrow.
Well, but what would you recommend? It looks like I'm the only one here. Can I just get out of this court, take care of my car, which is still about to be sold by LaForge Towing Law? They're about to auction my car. I want to release my car at least. You know, and be at court at 8 a.m.
Is it Russian?
Anyways, I had a court tomorrow at 9 a.m., right?
Correct. 9 o'clock tomorrow, and that's why we're holding you, is because you failed to appear for your last court date.
Of course, which was on Wednesday. I had not even a cell phone, right?
Okay, so that's why we're holding you in custody on the warrants. So you have
Yeah.
a $3,000 bond if you want to get released, or you'll
Yeah.
just see your attorney and come to court tomorrow and we'll make a determination after that.
Where does legal fiction live? Is that what the accent is?
Well, I'd love to be released because $3,000 can be bonded by my relative if that's needed. I have even a credit card with me to bond me out, right? On the same time, I need to see my attorney or to talk to attorney, ideally today before tomorrow 8 a.m. Makes sense, right?
Yes.
And I must appear in court. And what I learned in law school, if I'm innocent, the bond will be returned to me, to the credit card, right?
Correct.
So why don't we just, why do I have to sit here completely alone with the sheriff together, like sleeping, if I can take care of, let's say, $3,000 bonds, right?
Yeah, you can
Yes.
post the bond.
Sounds
yes.
Russian.
I can pay the bond. I'll be in court tomorrow anyways because I have to rescue my car. It was a great idea of police precinct to arrest the car, which has my documents inside, computers, cell phones, everything. It's still at LaForge. They're about to sell it. They already put in paperwork to sell it. They're already auctioning my Mercedes Benz.
Okay.
So I'm ready to pay the bond. If it's $3,000, I do have a credit card with me
All
or
right.
in flight.
So if you want to post the bond and talk to the detention staff about that, they'll be able to help you.
Well, how are they going to help me? There's one guy and me, one
Yes.
sheriff and me.
Well, yeah, they'll talk to
Okay.
you about that. Yeah. So you'll have to ask them. I'm not them. Yeah. All right.
Fantastic.
Otherwise, either way, we'll see you tomorrow in court.
In any ways, yes. You will
Okay.
see me tomorrow at court, which opens at 8 and court starts at 9 at Gila County First
Happy
Floor, right?
Thanksgiving,
Correct.
Crystal.
Thank you.
Work.
Have a good day, sir.
Guys, that seriously sounds Russian. All right, hold on. I'm going to play the beginning again to get his name. Ready?
All right, we're all set.
He's trying to get him to be quiet.
And then there we go.
Hit me.
Hi there. Can you state your name, please? Your name?
Mikhail Torich.
Mikhail.
Mr. Torich, you're here for warrants.
Mikhail. I think that's Russian. Mikhail is Russian, right? All right, I'm dying on that hill. Yep. I'm always wrong though, so I'm good. I'm good with that. Okay, so it was rude of the police to arrest his car like that. Let's go softly into this courtroom. We're gonna play one clip from this courtroom that's not too bad, and then we'll get to the pro se guy later. This will just and this girl has great hair. Here we go.
No. She does. It shines golden in this light. But we're going to the pro se guy.
So
because now I'm excited
this
for
is
it.
the hell courtroom that's just so dark and dark and dark. But I don't know if you can see it when they move because it's so dark. Like the tops of their heads are all like so bright. But this girl's hair right here and here catches the light, and the light makes it look great. It might be in the next case we see it better.
That's where we're going. We're going there now.
Next case we see it better.
Pro
Very
se.
shiny.
We're going to end on pro se.
Oh, right. Stop paying attention to hair. We're looking at.
This will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. If you go next seat, please. And please tell me your full name. Thank you. The court shows that the defendant appears in person and also with Attorney Bridget Faulkner. The state of Indiana appears by DPA Anna Rich. And this is a continuation of a hearing that we started last week. All right, so Mr. Rogers, I'm hoping to start things.
I don't think she's going to make a big deal out of the hat, only because she's already dealt with him enough. She's had enough of him.
Off differently than what we had last week. Mr. Rogers, you had indicated last week to the court that you wish to represent yourself. Is that correct?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers, that discussion rapidly deteriorated, and we did not get through all of the dialogue that I had to get through with you to make sure you understood the consequences of waiving the right to have an attorney represent you. In fact, the court did end up conducting a contempt hearing with you. The court did find you in contempt. However, I suspended that contempt finding depending upon how things go today. So hopefully things go better today. So Mr. Rogers, again, I'm required to ask you these questions before I can allow you to waive the assistance of counsel and go forward in representing yourself. You understand that? All right, so again, Mr. Rogers, do you still wish to represent yourself in this case? And Mr. Rogers, we talked a little bit about your educational background last week. I recall that you indicated that you did not have any formal training. However, you had informal legal training. Is that what you had stated?
The problem is in this courtroom. See where her microphone is? Right here? We can hear her when she talks fine. But this attorney, I think, put the microphone way over here, I think. I'm only guessing that that's the microphone. So we can't hear him. However, the judge does a really good job of repeating back to him everything he says to her, sort of.
Mr. Rogers, one of the concerns that I had last week was you indicated that it was going to be your intention when we went to trial that during your opening statements, you were going to play some type of audio clip for the jury.
Supertramp.
One of the things that you said? Okay. And I told you that that was not going to be possible at that stage in the trial. And I was trying to express to you my concern about going forward without the assistance of an attorney. So, Mr. Rogers, one of the questions that I asked you previously was if you knew how to get an exhibit admitted into evidence at trial. And my recollection was you told me you would figure it out by that point in time. Have you done any research as to how you would do that?
Yes, I'm looking it up.
Okay, but you don't presently know how to do that. I'm sorry, can you just speak up a little bit? Okay, do you understand that Ms. Faulkner is a very seasoned trial attorney? I've tried cases against her. She's won against me. I've seen her in court as a judicial officer, try cases. Do you understand that she currently knows how to introduce an exhibit into evidence? Okay, so do you understand that that would be a disadvantage to you at this point in time, not knowing how to introduce an exhibit into evidence? And she already knows how to do that and has done that.
Yes, concerns and stuff, that's why.
Okay, go ahead, what are those concerns?
Representation, this is my first time working well. Public attorney, go right like it should.
Okay, Mr. Rogers, my understanding of one of the concerns that you have is that Ms. Faulkner has not filed a motion to dismiss on your behalf. Was that one of your concerns? Okay. And did she explain to you, Mr. Rogers, that under Indiana law, there are very limited circumstances that would allow her to file a motion to dismiss?
She made aware of that.
Okay. Ms. Faulkner, would you agree that you've made him aware of the very limited circumstances that you would have to file a motion to dismiss on his behalf?
I have here explained that when it's a factual dispute, that's how we go trials.
And that's exactly right. So, Mr. Rogers, there are only a couple of, I'm thinking, double jeopardy issues.
So this is Bridget Faulkner. We can't see her great, but we can see her better. We see her a lot in Cristofino's courtroom. She's there a lot. So she's here today, but now we at least get to see what she looks like.
Issues and criminal rule 4 issues are the two that come to mind that would provide her with a legal basis for filing a motion to dismiss. If there's a disagreement about the facts of the case, that would not be a proper basis for a motion to dismiss. In fact, if you represent yourself in this case and you file a motion to dismiss, just saying that you disagree on the facts,
Taser.
you understand that if that's what the issue is, I will not grant that motion to dismiss.
Taser.
Because I would have no legal basis under Indiana law to do that. The way to handle that would be to go to trial. You understand that, sir? Neither Ms. Faulkner nor the court can make the state of Indiana change how they've charged this case. If they believe they have the evidence to support the charges that have been filed, it is within their right to proceed to trial on this case. You understand that? Okay. So what other concerns do you have?
It's a lot of cases. She heard all the evidence and money and stuff like that. And I feel like the cards are stacked against me, and I feel like I can represent myself. Might not as good as her, but the truth is never found that. I never tell her nothing about that. That's not the truth.
Okay. And Ms. Faulkner has tried many cases. And I know that depending upon the particular set of facts and circumstances, she may or may not advise her clients whether or not they should testify and tell their own story.
Happy Thanksgiving, Jimmy James.
And if she was still representing you in this case, and if you wanted to take the witness stand and tell your side of the story, she's not going to stop you from doing that. You understand that? Okay, but there's a way to do that. And if you represented yourself, I'm going to limit the way that you do that. Because there's a procedure, there's a way that we conduct the trial, and you can't just, for lack of a better term, just stand up and blurt out whatever it is that you want to say. There's a mechanism and a process for making that happen. You understand that? Do you understand, Mr. Rogers, you do have the right to remain silent? And if ultimately you choose not to testify, that's certainly your right under the Constitution of the United States, as well as the Indiana Constitution, to remain silent. And that Ms. Faulkner, again, as a very seasoned trial attorney, she would represent your interests at that trial without you waiving that right to remain silent. Do you understand that? Mr. Rogers, if you decide to represent yourself, you are almost certainly waiving that right to remain silent. Do you understand that? You understand that that could be problematic for you?
Happy Thanksgiving, Sandra.
And Mr. Rogers, I'd expressed concern last week when you appeared via telephone and with how quickly our conversation went downhill, that if that happens in front of the jury, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand that?
We would appreciate it very much.
All right, so Mr. Rogers, do you still wish to represent yourself in this case?
Say yes. Say yes. Just say yes.
Of course.
I see the attorney talking, but it looks like, okay, now she's doing more of the talking. It looks like he was doing most of the talking, which is useless in this situation.
I don't remember this clip, but I suspect he's not going to continue per se. What do you think?
I could do that. I could. We probably missed a whole bunch of stuff talking in chat. And then this time we'll see it. All right. Decision time. Let's go. Come on. Do, 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 do.
Okay. And Mr. Rogers, one thing that I also want to make clear to you, because I think that you had said last week during our discussion, that if Ms. Faulkner wanted to stay on, I think you said as a lay person in your case and help you, that she could.
This is really interesting. Listen to this part. This part's really good. If he wants her to represent him.
It is not this court's practice to appoint standby counsel. Either she's in or she's out, period. You understand that's how that will work. You'll either be completely alone without the assistance of counsel, or you will be completely represented by counsel. There's no right to what we call hybrid representation.
Me too.
Okay, how do you wish to proceed? Do you want to have the public defender or not?
No standby counsel. They don't allow standby counsel. Well, she doesn't. I don't know if all of Indiana is like this, but you know, sometimes they give them standby counsel, so the counsel just has to stand there and look pretty while they ruin their whole case. He doesn't get a lawyer to do that for him.
Okay, so I think because of that, Mr. Rogers, because you're not sure what you want to do, I'm not going to withdraw the appearance of the public defender's office. With the understanding you have to cooperate with Ms. Faulkner. I'm not saying you have to like everything she tells you. You can agree to disagree, but you have to be respectful. You understand that? You can't scream at her. You can't expect that she has some type of a magic wand and do things on your behalf, because again, the state is in control of the charges here, and Ms. Faulkner can only do so much up to, we just need to go to trial and determine whether or not a jury decides whether or not the state has met their burden. You understand that? Ms. Faulkner, would it be appropriate from your perspective to go ahead and set a trial date? Okay. Just to make sure that we preserve that right, Mr.
Every day about an hour and 11 minutes before right now, which is 4:30 my time, Eastern Standard Time.
Rogers, go ahead and get a trial date in place, and you start working with Ms. Faulkner regarding any information that you wish to present. Is that what you want to do? Okay. So just looking ahead at my next available date, and just to build in enough time for you to work with your client, I am looking at October 8th, Ms. Faulkner.
Should be fine.
Is that date acceptable to the state? It is. All right.
My boss says I can start anytime I want, but my supervisor, he's rude.
At the request of the defendant, the court will set this cause of action for jury trial on October 8, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. The court will set aside 2 days. Let's just go ahead and do 3 days to be on the safe side. 3 days to try the matters at issue. I'm also going to set a little bit of an earlier pretrial conference date just to see how things are going. And let's do that maybe towards the end of August. How about August 20, that date? I can either do August 19th, Ms. Faulkner, or we can do Tuesday, the day after Labor Day, September 3rd. Do you have a preference?
Whatever is best.
5:42 right now.
Why don't we do August 19th? Is that date acceptable to the state? It is. All right, the court will set a final pretrial conference on August 19, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. Mr. Rogers, you do need to appear at that final pretrial conference on August 19th at 8:30 a.m. We've had a much better conversation today. I think it would be helpful if you're here in person at that time, Mr. Rogers. Do you understand that you
Don't you know?
Here in person on that date? I think that's what she wrote down for you, yes. Mr. Rogers, do you also acknowledge or understand that I've set your case for jury trial on October 8, 2024 at 8:30 a.m.? Do you understand that if we don't see or hear from you between now and then, and if your case proceeds to trial on that date, and if you are voluntarily absent, we're going to go forward without you? Do you understand that? Mr. Rogers, please cooperate with Ms. Faulkner. I can assure you that she is a professional. She's willing to move past this. But she's also a very seasoned trial attorney. You really should listen to the advice that she provides you.
He is not going
Understood?
to.
Okay, so I'm not going to have you taken into custody today on that contempt. However, we are going to address it again when we come back for the final pretrial conference as an additional incentive to help you cooperate in your best interest with your attorney. Understood? All right, anything further, Ms. Faulkner? Yeah.
Just dated August 19th, and you just acknowledged your jury trial in October.
Yeah, okay, that's why I got sure about what you said.
There's two.
You have a final pretrial conference in August, and then your trial is in October.
Josh, happy
So the final
Thanksgiving.
pretrial conference, just to make sure we are still going to trial and make sure there are no other issues that we need to address. Anything further from the state? Nothing from the state. Okay, and he needs to schedule an appointment with you, I assume, Ms. Faulkner. You know where the public defender's office is located. Go to the public defender's office before you leave and schedule an appointment. Okay, thank you. That will conclude the proceedings.
Roberts.
Carolyn, I like your boss as much as I like my boss. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Monica. All right. We made it to the end. I thought he would be better. He wasn't. But it sounds like he's already got contempt of court. So, yeah, I would be subdued as well. All right, guys. Time for a lot of you to get ready for Thanksgiving with your families. Yikes. Eeks. Remember. It doesn't have to be perfect today. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right? Just get through the day. And I hope you do enjoy your time with your family. Make some memories. And Kelly, this was a year ago. I don't even know what boss I'm talking about. Sorry, I just coughed right in you. So rude. I'm so rude. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you all again. I'm going to do OJ now. I'll see a lot of you tomorrow. Behave, okay? Bye, guys.
Well, I thought I'd write a happy song. I found a chat room where I belong. You don't know how much it means to me. With such a groove, I'm less lonely. Oh, Kathy's the creator. She's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright. She's got that grace. Come join the fun. It's a welcome and play. I can count on distraction from my pain, 'cause this creator takes you there and back again. Kathy is the heart here, always in stride. Her work is hard, but her joy she can't hide.